lot of us who aren't even venturing out to the malls anymore, we're doing half of our shopping online. It's becoming more and more popular, especially around the holiday season. A lot of people think it's a lot easier. So please welcome Winston Sih. He is our everything tech guy. You do it all. To talk a little bit about online shopping and give us some points, you know, for the people that might be a little bit nervous about it and putting that credit card information out there. There are safe ways to do it and secure ways to do it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, there are secure ways of doing it, but many of us also worry about sizing and picking the right color and sizes. So I have some tips here to help ease you into that online shopping world so that you're kind of headed off in the right direction.
Okay, sounds good.
So my first tip is to know your body, of course. Many websites online, like I have an app here, Net-a-Porter, you can actually select clothing and they give you a really handy sizing guide here. So on my iPad here, I have a dress here that I've selected and there's a handy size chart, as you can see. So you can see what is an extra small or what is a large, a medium, a small, so that you can adjust accordingly. So know your body, know your measurements, because every retailer has different sizing, different sizes, so you need to know where you fit accordingly.
Yes, you have to know your body.
Yeah.
The other thing you can do is, if you have already shopped at that store, let's say you go to the Gap and you know you're always a size 8 at the Gap, then you know that online you're going to be the 8, right?
And I always say, you know, if possible, go into the store, try it on, know what you're looking for.
Right.
And then when you do go online, you know exactly what you're looking for and what size you're looking for.
I do find it a lot easier to shop for my kids because I know their sizing and, you know, they're toddlers, it's easy. But that's a very good tip. What else you got for us?
Another tip is newsletters. I think a lot of websites offer great deals through newsletters, and I know many of us dread those emails that come through all the time. So my recommendation is to create an email just for newsletters. So it could be, you know, Winston Sih newsletters at xyz.com. You can have all those emails come through so that you can find those great deals, because often on certain days of the week you can find really good deals and showstoppers so that you can buy that stuff for a good price. Yeah,
the 30% off, the 50% off, the 70% off, and often they only give those to their subscribers, those who have the newsletter, so that is a very good idea. So you're not getting your whole inbox blocked up. Yeah.
Another tip, look for great deal sites. So you know we have the Groupons and the other deal sites out there. They often have great fashion deals out there, whether that is fashion accessories, whether that's dresses.
Right. Okay, so look for the deals. Get that email going on where all the newsletters will go to. Check out the sizing. What about color? Sometimes color reads a little bit differently online than it does in real life.
And that is the monitors, and unfortunately that is something that you can't do, but that is where I think it's important to read up on the free shipping, free returns, be aware of what the shipping and return policies are. So if you look at another app here, Gilt here, if you select a dress, you can actually find out that this dress here has a certain shipping policy, and it includes duties, because if it is coming from a different country, you are going to be paying brokerage and customs fees to the government. So just be aware of whether you're paying for that or whether the company you're purchasing that, whether the piece of article, the clothing from is included for the customs.
So make sure you do that research, because you want to make sure that whatever you're buying online is still a good enough deal. If it turns out that you know, even with the 30% discount, you still have to pay some to customs and you have to pay this huge shipping and handling costs, maybe you should just go to the store and pick it up. It's going to be better for you. But you've got to do that research. You've got to read the small print, right?
And when it comes to also, I think, buying clothing internationally, know your financial rights. So read up on your credit card policies. Also read up on different services like PayPal that offer you protection, because if you are buying clothing from different retailers, like more private kind of clothing made in-house, they often, if you have any disputes or your clothing doesn't arrive and you have a dispute with the seller, you can go to a PayPal and they can kind of do the conflict resolution for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good to know. Now, PayPal, when you pay through PayPal, are you paying a service?
You are paying a service fee. You're paying a premium. Now, it's a small premium. It's actually the seller that pays the majority of it. So you're paying a small amount, but what is great is if you have any issues, like you get the piece of clothing and there's a stain on it or it's ripped, you can go to PayPal and say, hey, my clothing was ripped. What I got, I didn't want, and the seller's not taking it back, and they do that conflict resolution so that you're protected.
And should we be worried about using our credit cards? Is there any reason for that? Or
like
is there anything we should do to protect ourselves a little bit more when we're using a credit card?
Yeah, nowadays credit cards have come a long way, but like I said, just read up on your credit card policies, know your rights, so that if you do come across any problems, you're protected.
Yeah, okay, good stuff.
Thank you.